ayaw makihalubilo, those Jewish, na sa mga Christians. That's why when we read si Paul, every time yung sa epistles niya, sa letter niya, we always read Paul encouraging the believers to give or to donate money for the church in Jerusalem, right? Wherever he is, he always asks Christians to donate or give money in order to help the people or the church in Jerusalem. Kasi this is their problem. Since their business suffer, so the third problem they face is yung difficulties of life. Yung buhay nila naging mahirap o mahirap mamuhay bilang Kristiyano. We know that the Jewish claim that there is only one God, si Jehovah God lang. When you believe in Jesus as God, then you blaspheme against Jehovah. And because of this, kasi sinasabi nila, they believe in Jesus. So, nag-blaspheme na sila kay God. And because of that, they started to persecute these Christians. We remember Saul, diba? Bago pa siya naging Paul, in his road to Damascus. The reason why he was going there is to do what? To persecute, right? To arrest those Christians. And for the Jewish Christians, they have gone into hiding. Nagtatago na sila in order to avoid persecution. You know, sa modern day Turkey, or sa Turkey right now, mayroong isang archaeologist in the southeastern Turkey that have unearthed o nahukay nila a vast underground city that was built almost 2,000 years. Okay, so dun sa Cappadocia, which is Turkey right now. Okay, and could have been home to kept 70,000 people. Sabi nga dito, the subterranean complex may have been a protected space that early Christians used to escape Roman persecution. So if you have time, if God's allow na for us to visit Turkey, ito yung isang tourist spot na pwede nating puntahan. To see those mga underground na naging tahanan ng mga Christians who hide from the persecution. Okay? Several decades ago, in our time, we have heard testimonies of Christians where they held their worship service almost midnight, or kung hindi man midnight, early morning. And what's the reason? To avoid being arrested. Kasi bawal mag-worship kay God. So, patago silang nag-worship. Kung hindi madaling araw, hating gabi, para hindi sila mahuli. And there are Christians who have their worship service, though not like us, na kumakanta sila na walang sound na lumalabas, especially in parts of China during the 80s, the 70s. They were singing with facial expression, but you don't hear anything. Yung napanood namin yung video, kala namin pipi sila. But no, they were just being silent in worshiping because they are afraid to be arrested. Okay? So, here, brothers and sisters, for the reason because of their faith, the time they were persecuted. Yung buhay nila is not in a favorable situations. Their lifestyle were under threat. So here, they have problems in social interactions, social situations, financial situations. Yung kanilang lifestyle were being threatened, and their life itself were at stake. Nagmimiligro din yung kanilang buhay. And this threat is not only coming from the Jews, but also the Roman Empire who try to arrest them and persecute them. Tacitus, kasi yun yung maganda sa Google. Pag titignan natin, basa natin dito sa historia na ito, Tacitus. Sa Google, merong how to pronounce. Ang pronounce pala niya, Tacitus. Tacitus. Inulit-ulit ko, Tacitus. Hanggang kabisado ko na, Tacitus. A Roman historian and a politician. That time, he recorded a lot of things about Nero of what he did to the Christians. So ito yung nakita ko lang about journal. And you can read some portion doon sa journal na ito. It said, the fire that destroyed most of Rome in 64 AD is best known of all the fires of ancient Rome. Okay, because of the very detailed report that was written on it by Tacitus, significant information was also left behind by Suetonius, Diocasius, and other ancient authors. And this tragic fire and its aftermath had been discussed by scholars, and there has resulted an enormous amount of literature. In simple outline, the fire started on July 19, burned for 6 days and 7 nights. When finally it appeared ended, but then it started again and was not finally extinguished until the 9th day. Okay? According to Tacitus, only 4 of the 14 districts of Rome remained intact. What was even more disastrous was the numerous public buildings were damaged or even destroyed. Now, the responsibility for the fire is, of course, an important question. Sino may gawa nitong malaking sunog na ito? Of the earliest surviving sources, Pliny the Elder, Suetonius, and Diocasius all, without hesitation, put the blame on Nero. Si Nero may kasalanan. Only Tacitus expressed perhaps only a formal doubt, saying that the disasters was due either to the Roman or Emperor Nero or an accident. Then ito pa, according to Tacitus, Nero was deeply troubled when rumors spread that the fire has been authored by him. May marites na noon na narinig niya na siya yung pinagbibintangan. And every imperial effort to put an end to this rumor proved useless. Then mysteriously, sabi dito, here start Tacitus' inventive dramatization of Roman history. Nero received the idea that the Christians, of whom he perhaps has not even heard before, would be an ideal candidates for scapegoats. That they were being hated and loathed by the populace and thus regarded as capable of committing any crime. The idea of transferring the blame from Nero to the Christians was, according to Tacitus, thus carried out to save the emperor from his embarrassing situations. So ano nangyari do sa mga Christians? Hindi pa naririnig ni Nero itong mga ito. Sila yung best candidate na sa kanila ipataw. Since galit ang mga Jewish, hinahanding sila being persecuted, sila yung malakas na candidates na sila yung gumawa ng sunog. So what happened? Of course, alam natin, it's not them, but it was Nero base doon sa mga pangyayari. So the Christians, they were arrested and they were treated brutally. How they were treated brutally by Nero? Okay, makita natin dalawa yung mga makikita natin. Some Christians, alam niyo ginawa ni Nero, they were clothed. Binihisan sila ng animal fur. And they were put in the arena. So ano gagawin doon sa arena? There are other beasts. Maaamoy yung dugo na yon. Since iba yung animals na fur sa kanila, they will be devoured by those wild beasts. So yun yung makikita natin. And this was recorded as well. Imagine, yun yung naging ginawa ni Nero to them. Being clothed, then lion, hanggang sa magputol-putol yung katawan nila, mamatay sila. Another one, some Christians were wrapped with dry leaves. Binalutan ng mga dry grass. Ito yung dahon. Ito yung damo. Binalutan sila, then nilagay sila sa garden. Pinoste. So pag takip silip, when it's nightfall, okay, they were lighted up. Sinindihan sila. So of course, ano mangyari doon sa dry grass? O yung mga Christian na nandun nakabalot, parang lumpia. They were burned to death. Can you imagine? Okay? Naging, sila, ilaw nung garden ni Nero. Those are the difficulties that Christians are facing that time. They have problem with social interaction kasi nakakilala sila kay Kristo, pinaalis sila sa synagogue. Problems with finances because Jewish people don't want to do business with Jewish Christians. Their lifestyle, even their life, is in danger. But you will notice that they did not give up. Hindi nila tinakwil yung kanilang pananampalataya. They never turned away from their faith. Because early Christians hung on to something precious. Because they knew Christ is more important than anything else. They believe that Christ is enough for them. And they are willing to forsake everything that they have. You know, brothers and sisters, I think we Christians nowadays have forgotten this. Nakalimutan na natin ito, kung gaano kahalaga si Kristo. We like to hang on for whatever we have and just add Christ in it. Baliktad. Kung ano yung meron tayo, gusto natin hawakan yon, idagdag na lang si Kristo doon para sure we will go to heaven. It's different. Christ is enough. Siya lang yung panghawakan ko. And everything, it's okay. Give it up. Christ is enough. And it seems we have forgotten that. Okay? We like to hang on. Whatever we had, let's just add Christ on it. Or maybe some would want to believe in Jesus at the first place because they knew that God will give them what they wanted. Is that why you believe in Jesus? Yun ba yung reason sumampalataya ka kay Kristo? Kasi you know that Jesus will give you what you want. We forgot that Jesus should be our ultimate